guys, it's JJ with Odin's Art, and somebody asked me yesterday to make a video showing how to attach the tree to the frame. So I'm working with this tree here, and I have a 12-inch frame that I'm working off of. So the first thing I do is kind of try to line it up a little bit. You can see right here. And now I want to make sure that, so these sweep out a little bit, so they're going to end up being a little bit shorter than the ones over here. So I'm going to kind of make sure that I have enough room going all the way around. So I'm going to start over here, start over on this side, and I like to try to wrap around twice if at all possible. So make sure you guys can see. So this ring isn't one that I made, this is one that I bought. I usually do make my own rings, so I'll show you really quick what those look like. Those are these here, and that's typically what I make. These stick a little bit better, so the wire stays on easier. This is very slippery, so it's a learning process. So, but let's learn. So I like to make sure that they're mostly even, not overlapping each other or anything like that. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the end of my wire here, and the first one's always the trickiest one. I'm going to wrap around once, like that, and now I'm going to wrap around one more time. Okay, so now I have the wire wrapped around there, and I'm looking for my pliers. Okay, so now I've got these just flathead pliers, and you can see it moves quite a bit. So I'm going to squish it together a little bit. Phone's plugged in, so getting caught my cord there. Do that. Squish it together a little bit, and then I'm going to push down my pliers to make sure it's not moving. Now it's not moving at all. So I'm going to continue that process all the way around. And I'm going to keep going. So now I've got one and two. It will still move a little bit, so you just got to kind of keep your hand on it. And I'm going to push this one again because it came a little bit loose. Push this one right up against it, like that. And then I'm going to push down on that one a little bit too. And that's that. So there we have the first two. You can see like that. And there's a little bit of room in here, but don't worry, because I am going to push them all together, so they're all going to be touching each other. They'll all be close. Band-aids on my fingers just from wrapping leaves earlier. I always put band-aids on my fingers when I do that. So, show you, we do one more. And I like to make sure that they're all kind of even up here, not overlapping each other. So it's just kind of a process, you know. So now I'm going to take this one and go through, wrap it around twice, like that. And it's still, you know, they're still moving a little bit, but that's okay. I'll secure them better as I get closer. So I'm going to do all these, and I will film it and show you what it looks like. Okay, so I have all these attached right now. Maybe a kind of close-up shot. That's what that looks looks like right now. So I'm going to attach the rest of these, and I kind of want to make it like a sweeping motion. So that's why I separated all of these out. And they all come over all of these. So I'm going to start attaching these, and I'm just going to bend them however I want them to look. But let's see. I want it to kind of sweep and go that way a little bit, okay? So I bend it at the top a little bit and then bend it back down just so it gives me a nice little bit of a wave. And now I'm going to attach all these. Okay, so let's take a look. So I made a boo-boo, which is totally fine and correctable. Actually, there's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm gonna have to fix that with my fingers. I like to try to keep them evenly spaced and everything. So that's what it looks like. The next thing I'm gonna do is cut off all these little wires in the back, and I'll use my flathead pliers to push everything down so nothing gets, you know, jagged or stuck on anything. I like to have it as smooth as possible down here because just, you know, looks better, feels better, all that stuff. No one wants to get poked on wire. So that's the next thing I'm going to do. But that's how you attach the tree to the frame. With these trees, again, because this wire is so slippery, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the tree. I'm going to add all the leaves. Sure, around here somewhere, okay? And then I'm going to wrap brown wire all through here. And that just keeps everything nice and tight and secure. So these are all the leaves that I'll be working with. There's a bunch. I think there's like at least 150 in here. I want to make it a fall tree. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so I think that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day. Okay, so one last note before I wrap up here, because I like to show my screw-ups, because everybody screws up, right? So on this one, what I did was I made, still not used to making 12-inch rounds, so my wires down here were too short, just almost too short, but it was enough just to make them fit. You can see I have no tails over here at all, and I have a tail over here. Having nice long tails works better. It's much easier, and I just got to make sure that I make my roots longer next time. So that's it, but I was able to make it work. So now for the rest of these, I'm just going to make sure they're all spaced out well enough and placed well enough. So I just kind of move them around with my fingers a little bit, get my fingers stuck in between them. So that's it. Have a great day. Again, have any questions, let me know.